we welcome you to Salisbury, Pennsylvania for the 6th annual Somerset County Senior Softball Game. Hello everyone, my name is Luke Barris, and we are very glad to have all of you here on the broadcast for tonight, and we have some fun festivities coming up for each and one of you all that are tuning in. Now, if some of you don't know what's going to be happening here tonight, this here is the 6th annual Somerset County Seniors Softball Game here in Salisbury, and pretty much what it is it's all of the seniors in Somerset County that have elected to play are getting a chance to play their final game here in Salisbury before moving on with their careers. So we have a whole load of talent coming up on show for you. So let's take a look here at some of the rosters and who will be participating in this tournament. First, we'll take a look at Team Miller, as they'll be represented here today. And first one for Team Miller will be Tara Knopfsnyder out of Myersdale. She'll be competing here today in Salisbury. Then Katie Murrow out of Shanksville will also be on the stage. And Adriana Gundam from Berlin will be participating. Sarah Favero out of Calmall Township. Alex Tipton of Myersdale. Chloe Shawless of Calmall Township as well. April Oaks, another one competing out of Berlin. Iron Marsh of Wimber. Sadie Strait of Berlin. Lakeland Lair of Myersdale, Lakayla Zarafos from Berlin, and last but not least is Sarah Smith, also competing from Berlin. Then on the other team is Team Steinbeiser. There we'll have Grace Gardner, the North Star standout, Mary Bowers out of Somerset, Paige Wilt of Turkeyfoot, Mary Steinbeiser of Somerset, Taylor Rapsky of Shade, Emma Miller of Turkeyfoot, Kylie Landis of Somerset, Mackenzie Bear of Shade, Paige Housley of Somerset, Abby Lore of Shanksville, and Kylie Ashbrook of Wimber. So before we get going here, we're going to have some pregame festivities, as I'll have a few competitions here before the start of the game. We're here to present all of that to you. But before we get to that, as we have a few more minutes to go, I got to sit down today with Mackenzie Bear of the Shade Panthers, and we got to talk things over and do a little bit of a pregame interview down on the field. Let's listen in to what she had to say. I'm down here with Mackenzie Bear of the Shade Panthers. On the broadcast. Now, first off, so obviously you play on the State Panthers team, very talented group of you guys, even though all the way to the state playoffs. So, what was it like playing on such a talented group of girls, and how was that, where you played off?
It was definitely fun and very competitive. Like, we knew we could do it. We had the talent to share, and we're the first team in Shade to make it to state. So, it was very memorable, and I loved playing the game.
Now, obviously, Jason Bear, your dad, has played a big role in your whole softball career. So, what part of you played? What role has he played in your softball career?
He played a huge role. Not only was he my dad, he was my coach for all the years, and I never took a pitching lesson in my life. He's taught me everything I need to know. I've been to a couple of camps, with colleges and stuff, but he was always there to support me, and he had me grow up with softball, and here I am today. So.
Now, obviously, you're playing one final game here on Salisbury. So, what is it like coming back here for one final game, playing against, a teammate of yours and some of the guys that you played against?
It is very emotional, but I'm excited to have this one last chance to play. But hopefully, I'll just give it my all, and hopefully we could come out with the win. So.
Now, lastly, this isn't going to be your final game, though. You're going to be going off to college to play softball. So, just tell us a little bit about, what your future plans are.
So, I'm planning on going to West Liberty University. It is a small school in West Virginia. It's Division II. I did not want Division III, and I proved myself at a small athletic scholarship. I plan to go into the exercise physiology field, and that'll be 4 years. And then after that, I'll transfer to another college for another 2 years in order to become an occupational therapist and get my master's degree. So I'm super excited, a little nervous. It's definitely going to be different. I'm not going to have my dad by my side as my coach and basically my rock. So. Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Well, she definitely has a bright future of her, and we appreciate everything and taking the time to sit down with us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. That was Mackenzie Bear of Shade. As we take it down on the field, we're having the base running competition going on right here. And up first, coming around the bases quickly, she'll be coming home. This here's a time competition. We'll have a bunch of skills competitions for all of you here today. And out there was Sarah Frantz of Calmall Township. Quick around the bases. We'll get to see what time she had there in trying to get over to you guys as quickly as possible. So, kind of just feels like an all-star game here in Salisbury, and lots of fun for everyone involved. As Leica Zarafos comes ready from Berlin, she'll start up as she'll round the bases. She's turning around second. She's putting the wheels on. And now she'll be turning around third, trying to go down the final stretch here. Time's ticking as she'll smash home plate, and that will do it there for her day as the round gives a round of applause. And that will bring up April Brooks of Berlin, who comes ready. She's off to the races as she comes around first base quickly. She has the wheels going as she's quick around second, then over to third, and she'll be coming home for the final stretch as well. And she'll touch the plate to complete hers. As we're not going to know the times until the very end. They'll announce the winner of each competition at the complete ends. So just keep with us as Adriana Gideon from the Berlin Mountaineers comes ready. As she kicks and starts, she's already almost to second base. She's got the wheels going once more, and she's coming around third. And that will do it for her. Another successful run here by these ladies putting on the wheels and showing off their speed here in Salisbury. To impress all of this crowd. A very good turnout here today for this awesome event that is put on as Taylor Rapsky gets off and going. She's out of the Shea Panthers, and she's coming around those bases like a lightning bolt as she touches third base, and she'll be home. And a fast time there by Rapsky. We'll see who was the official winner as things are shared. But back to the interview there with Mackenzie Bear. She also is a volleyball player, and her favorite sports team is the Chicago Cubs. And her goal there in the interview that we talked about was what her future plans are in college, and she wants to become an occupational therapist. Of course, she will be playing softball there as well. West Liberty down in West Virginia. She's a two-time Westpac selection, Somerset County first team in 2018 and 2019, and she's an Easton All-American Scholar Athletic Award. So lots of achievements there by Miss Bear of the Shea Panthers. And we now have our official winner of the speed competition. It'll go to Taylor Rapsky as she gathers a $50 gift card as she was quick to get around those bases, and it paid off as she became the winner of the base running competition. And that's the first competition in the books. As we'll see what is about to happen next, it looks like we might have from center field or right field, they might be trying to throw home. We'll wait and see what's going on there. But in the meantime, we'd like to thank our sponsors at Somerset Trust. They are a big sponsor here of the tournament. We thank you for making them and this all possible. Without their support, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you to Somerset Trust. They're always your community bank. As the players get lined up out there and center field. So the goal of this challenge is they're going to be throwing from center field to home plate. The closest one to hit the bucket here in front of us on the video will win themselves this second competition of the night. So we'll have to wait and see who will be crowned the winner of this one. Taylor Rapsky already has one win under her belt, and we'll see who becomes the next one to pick up a win. But nothing but fun here. And Salisbury, is all of these girls are just trying to enjoy every bit of this and take it all in for one final time, as of course all of these girls competing today are in their final year of high school softball, and this is their last game that they'll play on a high school softball field before moving on within their careers. So we'll have to wait and see how everything goes here with this competition, as John Paulman and Kurt Kearns are honored here by the ma'am over the loudspeaker, as without their help we wouldn't be possible, as they'll be doing the umpire job tonight, and without their help then none of this would be possible to keep the game and the rules correct. So we thank them for their volunteering to umpire the bases in play today. And we'd also like to thank the Salisbury Elk Lake School District for getting this field ready here tonight. And a gorgeous field and a gorgeous night to have this. And Salisbury definitely has a beautiful field here at the Salisbury Oriole Field, and they keep it nicely maintained, and it looks absolutely gorgeous here for the game tonight. So we thank them for everything they've done as well to contribute to the process. So
first up, Katie Miro from Shanksville.
We're just about ready to go as Katie Miro out of Shanksville will be the first one to toss. She gets a running jump, and she'll throw that one. That one will bounce right at in front of the high school baseball pitching mound. It takes a little bit of a wicked hop there, but it goes by where it hits, not where it bounces. So quickly out there is Jason Bear, who does a good job of marking where that one bounced first, as they got all eyes on this one. As the next ball was thrown, that one's going to go a little bit farther right there in the circle of the softball ring. And so I believe that trying to figure out the names here, it's a little bit complicated when they're out there in center field. We're not able to see their number as clearly, so we'll try to do the best we can here with keeping you posted on who's in the lead. As the next contestant comes ready, this is Erin Marsh out of Wimber. As her throw is up in the air, that's going to be a solid throw from her as it lands right behind of the rubber there on the circle. As that currently is the second place contestant, as we hope all of you are enjoying what's taking on here. As a close one, though, has been told there is whether that's going to be first or second. It might actually be first. We'll have to wait and see. As the next throw is tossed, and that one is easily going to be the best one we've seen today, as it makes its way all the way in front of the circle. And that one is going to be the leader so far in tosses. As Chloe Shawless comes ready, she's a Como Township Indian. And she's going to try to give it her best shot here. The center field gun, that one's going to mark right about where that first one was thrown, right off to the right of the pitching mound. Not a bad throw there, as that one gets in there. All of these girls are very talented, have very strong arms, and they're putting them on showcase for us to see here today, as that one skips in the circle once more.
Now up, Lakin Lear.
And Lakin Lear will get the ball ready. She's from Myersdale. And she'll come ready here to throw this one from straightaway center. A long shot it is from clear out there to home. But you'd be surprised how well these talented athletes can use that arm to gun them home. And of course, some of these have maybe a little bit of an advantage compared to the others. If you're the outfielder, you're used to trying to maybe gun them down at the plate. But another strong throw there by a contestant there on Team Steinbeiser. And Mary Steinbeiser, as we said, she'll get the ball, and she'll take a running jump, and that one will be tossed. That one's going to land right behind the circle. A strong throw there by her as it just gets there behind the circle. That seems to be about the average place that we've seen so far, is right there either in the mid or just behind the circle. So that's been pretty much the place we've seen the most action so far, as Kylie Landis gets ready to throw here. She's out of Somerset. A Golden Eagle comes ready. She'll try to put some fly on this ball as she loads up, and that one is jammed right behind the mound once more, as that one was bouldered right over there. And next one coming, and that one will go toward the right of the mound this time. But two solid throws there by her out in center field. Gets her a pretty good score as Paige Housley comes ready. Another contestant coming out of Somerset. One thing to note, in case you haven't already caught on, is each of these contestants gets 2 throws. They'll take the top throw, whichever one it is, as that one bounces to the right of the pitcher's mound. They're now just marking the ones that are the closest to the leading throw. As Grace Gardner from North Star, she's the lone North Star representative here today, but man, did she ever have an impressive year with the Cougars. As Grace Gardner, she's committed to go to play at Pitt Bradford this coming fall. That's a D3 school in the AMCC. She played travel ball with the Laurel Highlands Chill and the Lady Canes last season, and earned a letter in all 4 of her years with North Star. So some impressive things there from Grace Gardner. We'll get to see her a little bit more today in the actual game. As now, out in center field, here's the throw. And that one is bolted, and that one is going to take possibly the lead. As what a throw that was. A one bouncer. Oh, my goodness, in front of the circle. And just over there to the right of the fair foul line. And what a great throw that was. It's Emma Miller now from Turkey Foot. She'll throw that one, and that one will go to the left, a little bit behind there of the pitcher's mound, but she'll get another throw here as she loads up. And here's the cannon firing. The second one will make its way a little bit behind where her other one was, but either way, not some bad tosses there from Emma Miller. And a teammate of hers, Paige will come ready, and also a player from Turkey Foot, as she'll throw that one. It'll skip right, almost identically across there from the rubber. And she'll gain one more throw. That one is up in the air, and that one's going to get down a little bit behind her initial throw. So the first throw was the best one. But we do have our winner. It's going to go to Kylie Ashbrook of Wimber. The Rambler gets the second competition victory here, and she'll get another $50 gift card, also sponsored by Somerset Trust Company. Don't forget, Somerset Trust Company is your community bank, and they're always open for business, so make sure you stop in at any of their convenient locations, as they're a big sponsor of all of the events that are happening on Showcase for you here today. We're going to step aside for a quick minute as they get set up here for the next skills competition. We're hoping you enjoy every bit of the 6th annual Somerset County Senior Softball game from Salisbury, PA. We're back here in Salisbury. It's time for the third skills competition of the day, and this time it's going to be the hitting competition, so we'll get to see these hitters' powers coming up, and Tara Knopf-Snyder will get things going out in Myersville. She'll take a warm-up there on the left side, as you might have heard there by our public address announcer, that she'll get one warm-up swing before each hit, as she'll blast that one, and that one's going to land over the fence, as they have that tee right on the mound in the circle. She ready for her second swing, and she'll poke that one in the left field, as it lands right in front of the fence. So far, the first one was able to make it over. That's been the farthest step, but that one is drilled up in the air. That may be the farthest one she's hit so far. I believe it is, as it bounces right over the fence. A beautiful shot. And the fourth one of her day is right there with the last one, as it lands a little bit more to the left. As she comes ready, the fifth chop of the at-bat. Another one over. But that one there looked awful pretty, as it's blasted into center field. Here's hit number 6. That one's up in the air. And another one that lands right over the fence. And she's putting on the show here, as only one of hers has not landed over the fence. Make that 2 as I say that now, but a lot of power that these hitters have, and Tara Knobsnyder definitely has that here. That one is smacked once again over the center field wall, right there by the bleachers in center field, just staying a little bit to the left of those. As she comes ready once more, that one is hit into center field. That one's going to land in between the bleachers, I do believe. As swing number 10 comes ready, that one is up in the air. Does that have enough? Yes, it does. So another hit, another home run. I'm not sure what the level they're giving here, or the grading style. If it's, they're going off of the farthest hit.
8 for 10.
So it appears that they're doing how many they've made over. So Tara finishes with an 8 and 10 score. That's a nice score to put in the books, as only 2 is short of the fence. And 8 for 10 is what Tara Knobsnyder will hold, as a teammate of hers, Alex Tipton, comes ready, also from the Myersdale Red Raiders. Of course, the Red Raiders had a very impressive season, as they went all the way undefeated through the regular season, was able to win the Westpac Crown. They made it all the way to the state championship, the PIAA state playoffs before falling there in the quarterfinals, but definitely an impressive season from them, and both Knobsnyder and Tipton were part of that journey, as the first 2 by Tipton don't quite make their way over the fence, but that one is pulled sharply, and that one's going to land right there in right center field. So that puts her at 1 for 3 so far, as she'll blast that one, and that one's going to end up over, as it bounces into the bleachers in right field to make it a 2 for 4 day for her. As the fifth one makes it over again. Now she's getting into the groove there at the plate after those first 2. She's finding her way here with some consistency, and's got the bat going, as that one lands. It's over right there, straightaway center. Put her at 4 for 6. She'll need to keep this going if she'll want to tie her teammate and Knobsnyder, although that one will land just short of the fence to put herself at 4 for 7. As she regains her stance and will poke that one into center field. As all of these athletes competing, we can't say it enough, are beyond talented. It's just so great that they're able to put this one, as that one almost goes into the trash can in center field, right off of the top of it. I believe you might get some bonus points if you knock one into there, as that one will skip right shy of the fence, as that's about as close as you can get to knocking one into there, as it just ran off of the rim. And a solid performance, though, from Alex Tipton, who finishes with a score of 5 out of 10, so 50%. So she's trying to get it in the garbage can, as you could hear there, but wasn't able to quite come up with it. So a 50% job there by Tipton, an excellent job by her. And Sarah Smith will now come out to take her swing. Sarah Smith is out of Berlin, as she comes race. Had a very impressive season there with the Mountaineers this past spring. As graduate comes into the box here, you could say. It's kind of weird when you say the box when they're in the circle, as her first one is cracked right into the center field, fielded nicely there by the center fielder. The next one is poked right off of the fence, not enough to get over. As the third one of the day, that one's up in the air. Will get over? No, it won't. It's right off the fence. So close. Just by a few inches. She's just coming up short, as that one takes a skip right in center field. As Smith lows once again, and that one will crack in front of the fence. As Smith getting those right there. You can't get much closer as a lot of power it takes to get over the fence. And she's close as she can get. And either way, though, that Smith definitely had an impressive season with the Mountaineers as she was a big player in the Mountaineers' success this season. Some of her coaches are here joining her on this beautiful Thursday evening in Salisbury. As we'd like to thank all of you that are watching and all the sponsors as well. We'll get to the remaining of our sponsors here throughout the night. We got plenty of action left to go, as that one was going to sail and one bounce the fence. But after this, we'll have, I believe, a few more, if I'm not mistaken, skills competitions before we conclude with our skills competitions before continuing on to the main event, the All-Star game here at Salisbury.
Next, Sadie Straight from Berlin.
Sadie Straight will come up to bat. So it seems like we've been going back to back here with some of the same teammates going. We had the two from Berlin and in Myersdale, Knob, Snyder, and Tipton, and now we have two of the many representatives of Berlin here in Smith. And now coming up to bat is short. As the first one there is knocked into right field. There by the batter. Next one will make its way over. That's one's going to crack right in front of the bleachers as it just has enough to get over. The next one, that's going to be cruising into right center field for another blast there from the representative of Berlin. The next one will smack just shy of the fence in center field as she regains her stance and will quickly blast that one off of the fence. As you see the fence here in Salisbury, one of those, it's not a real fence, so it gives a little bit when you crack those balls off of it, so it's a little bit easy, not much sound to it as you really have to pay attention to where it lands as that one drops just in front of the fence. A dying quail there just isn't enough to get over. But the next one, though, is bolted to right center field, although that one comes up short of going over. As it's going to take a lot to beat the leadoff batter, Enter Knob Snyder, who went 8 for 10, as we're seeing that's going to be proving to be a hard number to beat. Knob Snyder definitely has some power as that one is hit well in the center field. That may be the farthest one we might have seen today. As a strong blast there will conclude things there for her.
Mackenzie Bear.
And Mackenzie Bear, who we got to talk to with earlier, will come up to bat. She has some friends and family here with us today. As Bear comes ready to go and take a few of her first swings here in the circle, as Bear finished her high school season over the past 3 years with a .460 average. What a number that is. Had 52 runs on 80 hits and a grand total of 62 RBIs. Now, obviously, no one got to play high school ball there in 2020 due to COVID, so some of these ladies got cut short of playing that season, as Bear will rip that one into center field. And the first one was over. That one came up just shy. Next one, though, is bolted into center field. Is that going to get over? Yes, it will. Just to the right of the garbage can to put her at 2 for 3. That one looking good. Just short of the can as it goes to center field. Straightaway center, we talked about bonus points if you're able to get it into the can, as that one comes just short as it ricochets off of that fence. Next one up in the air. That one is going to bounce just off the initial front of that fence. It's getting a lot on them. Just takes a little bit more to really bolt it out there, as a lot of effort it takes to put these balls over, as that one makes its way over, though. A nice smack there from Bear, as Bear makes it another close one off of the fence, as that one is ripped into center field. That one's going to land in the bleachers, as if we had someone out there sitting in the bleachers, you would have a whole load of balls if you had your glove out there. Of course, there are some of the players here out there in center field gathering up the balls as they come over.
Next up, Lindsay Beeman from Rockwood.
As Lindsay Beeman comes ready, as the Rockwood representative here at Salisbury in the 6th annual Somerset County Senior Softball game will come ready to take her swings and try to punch her ticket to the victory here in the third competition of the day. As she comes out onto the playing field, Beeman played for the Rockets this past season out of Rockwood, and she'll come ready to bat here. She'll take a half check swing and will smoke that one in the center field as it'll land right about in dead center. As put the ball back on that one will be knocked over toward just in front of the grass and dirt line, as Beeman, part of the many players and ladies here competing in the festivities here today. Now, all schools here in Somerset County have been well representative, as some of the players that are here representing their respective, I should say, some of the schools that are being represented here today, as that one is drilled into deep right center fielder. North Star, Wimber, Carmel Township, Turkeyfoot, Rockwood, Shade Shanksville, Somerset are all here representing their schools. And also Berlin, who has lots of players here today representing their school, and they all deserve it. And it's such a great opportunity we have to broadcast all of these events here, as that one is driven well into right center field. That one's going to actually end up being the farthest one we've seen so far, as it clears the bleachers. And that will give maybe some bragging rights to Beeman, who currently has the lead in farthest distance, as she comes ready here to swing out another one. That one is going to land short of the fence once more, as it just comes up shy. They all look good off the end of the bat. Just depends on if it has enough to get over, and some of them do, some of them don't. As that one, a liner, is ripped off of in front of the fence before bouncing over what would have been a ground rule double and the All-Star, but we do have our winner, as Tara Knobsnyder wins the hitting competition, as she goes 8 for 10, and that's enough to give her the victory in the skills competition number 3 here today. So we'll take a look here quickly in between breaks at a few more of our sponsors. We would like to thank Thomas Drugstore for their support. Thomas Drugstore is open weekly Monday through Friday, 8 to 8, Saturday 9 to 3:30, Sunday 11 to 1. It's open every day of the week if you want to stop out and see them. They're located on 327 Main Street over in Myersdale, PA. So make sure you stop by and say hello to our friends at Thomas Drugstore. And also, don't forget to stop in at Sheets over at Myersdale. They're on Center Street in Myersdale, PA. They are a proud supporter of Myersdale Little League Baseball. So make sure you support Sheets, as they're located conveniently all throughout Somerset County. So we'll take a quick break here before continuing on with the remainder of the night. Stay with us, everyone, as you're listening to Luke Bauer Sports Broadcaster's YouTube channel here on Salisbury.
please come over by Tim. Your awards are in a folder, and you can give them out to your players. Players, if your coach isn't here, the coaches who are here will make sure you get your awards. Honorable mention, All County. Abby Niss, Conemaugh Township. Mackenzie Statler, Conemaugh Township. Katarina Vadavuk, Winburg. Olivia Wyand, Conemaugh Township. Chloe Shawless, Conemaugh Township. Amelia Kretschmann, Myersdale. Kendall Stutzman, Shanksville. Aaron Marsh, Wimber. Shelby Hetz, Myersdale. Michaela Houston, Berlin. Leka Zerfoss, Berlin. Corey Boozer, Winber. Lucy Minsick, Shade. Jenna Muha, Shade. Paige Wilt, Turkey Foot. Let's hear it for our honorable mention Somerset County team. Now for second team. Caitlin King, Rockwood. Kylie D. Armit, Berlin. Sierra Laporta, Conemaugh Township. Abby Lohr, Shanksville. Emily Rapsky, Shade. Emily Abraham, Myersdale. Aaliyah James, Winburg. Olivia Miller, Myersdale. Allie Ziegler, Shanksville. Grace Gardner, North Star. Tara Corradini, Shade. Savannah Ware, Rockwood. Taylor Plunkard, Winburg. Lindsay Beeman, Rockwood. Okay, now we're going to announce first team All County. Alex Tipton, Myersdale. Mackenzie Bear, Shade. Gina Gay, Winburg. Brianna Hunt, Berlin. Taylor Rapsky, Shade. Cassidy Mauger, Shade. Zoe Hetz, Myersdale. Sarah Favreau, Conemaugh Township. Isabella Donaldson, Myersdale. Katie Muro, Shanksville. Sarah Smith, Berlin. Isabel Byler, Winburg. Laurel Daniels, Myersdale. Sadie Strait, Berlin. And the MVP of 2021, Tara Knobsnyder, Myersdale. One more time, let's have a round of applause. We saw some really good softball this season in the county. Congratulations to all of you. Playing for Team Steinbeiser, Mackenzie Bear, Abby Lohr, Mary Steinbeiser of Somerset, one of the All-County recipients, Taylor Rapsky, Kylie Landis, also an All-County recipient, Mary Bowers, Paige Housley, Grace Gardner, Kylie Ashbrook, Emma Miller, Paige Wilt, and Lindsay Beeman. Let's hear it for Team Steinbeiser. Now up, Team Miller, Tara Knopsnyder, Katie Muro, Alex Tipton, Sarah Fabro, Sarah Smith, Erin Marsh, Sadie Straight, Chloe Shawless, Lakin Lear, Leica Zerfoss, April Oakes, Adriana Gunden. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce, probably no stranger to you, Paul Ritchie, who will sing the national anthem for us this evening.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We're off and ready to go in Salisbury as we take a look at the starting lineups here after the national anthem. First, for the home team, that is going to be tonight. It's going to be, Team Steinbeiser leading off for Team Steinbeiser. On the circle will be Bear. Out of the shade, then behind the plate will be Steinbeiser. Out of Somerset, down first baseline will be Wilt of Turkeyfoot. Then Landis will be playing at second base. Out of the Somerset, then Rapsky, another shade player, will be starting at shortstop. Housley will be at Somerset. Starting at third, Beeman of Rockwood in left field. Gardner of North Star in center. And Miller of Turkeyfoot in right field. Now the batting order for the team Miller. Leading off will be Sarah Faveru out of Conwell Township. The number 2 batter MVP this year is Tara Knobsnyder of Myersdale. Sarah Smith in the 3 spot out of Berlin. Alex Tipton of Myersdale, number 4 spot. Chloe Shawless of Conwell Township. Kenny Murrow of Shanksville. Sadie Strait of Berlin. Aaron Marsh of Wimber. Lakia Zarafos of Berlin. And Lakeland Lear of Myersdale. First pitch is off, and that one is a ball. Just misses on the outside of the plate. As Bear comes ready. Bear also not only had an impressive career in high school at the plate, but also on the mound. As that one upstairs to make it a 2-0 count. She had a 2.216 ERA and gathered a total of 31 wins throughout her career. What a number that is. And that came over 281 innings on the mound, where she was able to gather a grand total of 380 Ks. A called strike is in there to make it a 2-1 count. Here, as the batter Faveru of Conwell Township comes set, she'll take a swing and miss at that one to make it a 2-2 count. So the count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the batter Sarah Faveru of Conwell Township has to protect now. Bear quickly sets in the snap. That one knocked foul over toward the left side of the field to keep the count at 2-2 here in Salisbury. Bear comes ready. She has that ball in her hand. She'll look over the signal there from her battery mate and Steinbeiser, but unable to hit the location there as the count will be loaded full at 3-2 as Bear comes set. A good turnout, though, as we mentioned. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be popped up in the air. Underneath of it's Housley. She's going to position herself in foul territory, and she'll be there to snag that one for the first out of the game here in Salisbury. So nice job there by Housley to get over there on the left side of that line, get underneath of it, and squeeze it for the put out. So one down here with Tara Knobsnyder, who was able to win the hitting competition that we saw earlier. But she'll watch that first pitch go by for a called strike to make it a 0-1 count. As Bear finding some consistency here as she throws that one in there for a swing and miss. Whiffed on that one to make it a 0-2 count here with one out. As we thank all of you for joining us here on this Thursday evening. 7:20 is where we sit at right now. And a perfect weather for this one as Bear will try to get her here with the 0-2, but that one is swung on and knocked in the left field. Knobsnyder got a good piece of that one, but an even better job with Beeman out there. The Rockwood Rocket calling for it, and she's right there underneath of it to catch it for out number 2. So 2 quick outs. Both were fly balls. But a good job there by Team Steinbeiser's defense to keep control of the ball and make sure they help out their pitcher and Bear. As Bear seeing the familiar face here in Sarah Smith of Berlin. Of course, Berlin and Shea both in the Westpac South, and they know each other all too well. Of course, playing each other both twice in the regular season, and so Bear know what she has coming. Asumi Smith knows what she's coming at her with Bear as a swing and a miss makes it a count even at 1-1 as Bear comes set into the circle. She'll deliver the 1-1. That one, though, just up high to make it a 2-1 count. And for all of you watching, if you want to tune in to tomorrow's broadcast, tomorrow, I apologize, we're going to have some more events, not here on the channel, but here in Salisbury they will, as a 2-1 delivery, cut on and missed by Smith to make it a 2-2 count. So all this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there'll be games here at this field at Salisbury for the Little League baseball tournament. If you want to come out and watch some good baseball, 4 teams will be competing in that. Has the 2-2 pitch swung on the miss, and Bear retires the side, and that's out number 3 to end the top of the first inning. As we'll head to the bottom of the first inning here in Salisbury, PA. back here in the home half of the first inning in Salisbury. Tara Knobsnyder will be on the mound for Myersdale, as Tipton behind the plate straight will be at first base, Murrow over at second, Favreau will be at shortstop, Smith at third, Marsh in left field, Chalice in center, and Zarafos in right field. Meanwhile, coming to bat to lead things off here for Team Steinbeiser will be Taylor Rapsky of Shade, as she stands tall there in the batter's box. The Shade Panther is at shortstop today. The opening pitch in there for a called strike, as Tara Knobsnyder can definitely bring it on the mound. As we take a look at her numbers this year, she on the mound went 14-1 this season, and throughout her career she went 16-3 as Rapsky chases on the upstairs pitch to make it an 0-2 count. And she, to wrap up her career, she threw a total of 84 in the third innings pitched, had an ERA of 1.79. As that one, a swing and miss, strike three. Rapsky goes down swinging as Knobsnyder gets that one right past Rapsky, and that's out number one. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and that's all it takes for the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. As Knobsnyder readies herself in the circle as Mackenzie Bear comes to bat. As we talked to Bear earlier with our interview, she's no stranger to the box and the circle, as she can produce on both levels. And something to note is that one misses for the second ball, is we get to see both Shade representatives back to back here, with Rapsky batting leadoff and then Bear in the second spot, as the 2-0 pitch on its way from Knobsnyder up high there at the helmet to make it a 3-0 count on Mackenzie Bear. Knobsnyder on the rubber for Team Miller here, as she also played volleyball there with Myersdale over the past few years, but that one is able to get in there for a called strike. A nice job by Knobsnyder to hang on to the batter Bear. And now Knobsnyder will work with a 3-1 count as she delivers that one, and that one is cracked over to the shortstop. Fabio lays out on that one. What an effort from the Carmel Township Indian. The full out layout, and what a snag for out number 2, as that one was just merely poked off the bat. Looked like it was going to be up into center field, but Fairview says no, and that's the second out here in this bottom of the first inning. So 2 outs as Knobsnyder is able to work her way back on Bear and get that key second out, and bring up Kylie Landis to the plate, the second baseman playing today, as Team Miller is dressed. Team Miller is dressed in their blue uniforms, while Team Steinbeiser is in the purple unis. As the delivery coming from Knobsnyder, that one in there for a called strike right at the letters of the batter Landis, making it count 1-1. 2 more pitches Knobsnyder needs. She's at 10 so far in the inning, but a back-to-back strike as that one's called once more. Nice location on the outside corner of the plate, as she'll run over to the dugout there and toss her sunglasses, I should say, to her head coach of Myersdale, who's coaching the team here today. As the sun is going down here in Salisbury, as we might see the lights come on here in a little bit, but right now Knobsnyder has the lights on, as she has been shutting out on the rubber today, and she continues to produce as she gets out of the inning. So we'll head to the top of the second. Due up for Team Steinbeiser will be Tipton, Chalice, and Morrow. Team Miller comes up to bat with their heart of their order coming to the plate in Tipton, Shawless, and Morrow. But Alex Tipton, the player of Myersdale, she's coming to bat here. She's been doing the catching duty so far, as she's been behind the plate for her teammate Ed Knobsnyder, as she comes ready in the box here to face Bear, who threw 15 pitches in that opening inning. That one is drilled over to Rapsky. That's going to be a tough play, but that one is tossed up, but just over first baseman Wilt there, and that one's going to get by. So a good hustle play by Tipton, as she'll stand on first base, and that's the first base runner of the game we've seen thus far. And Tipton will be on now for Shawless of Conwell Township. Swing and miss, strike number 1 to start off the at-bat. As we sit in the top of the second inning. And a 0-0 ball game here in Salisbury, Pennsylvania. Next pitch in there for a swing and a miss to make it a 0-2 count, as Shawless, the center fielder, playing today out of Conwell Township, as she stands into the box here. Bear doesn't like the signal she's seeing there from Steinbeiser, but she'll finally give the nod and the delivery, but upstairs pitch makes it a 1-2 count now on Shawless. As if you haven't already, please make sure you click the subscribe button down below. It's free to do, and it really helps support the channel, as we just reached over the 300 milestone, as the next pitch is away for a ball. And if also don't forget to like the video and spread the word, and with the help of all of you viewers, we can make this channel keep growing and growing, and we're thankful for everyone that's been a part of this journey so far. And make sure you become part of it, as that one is flared down the left side, and that one's going to actually get under the gate. As just a little bit of a hole there over the gate there down the third base line, and the ball's able to make itself there and go out of the play. So they'll get a new ball into the game, into Bear's hands. Here with a 2-2 count. Tipton's still on first base. That one's going to be in the dirt for a ball. Tipton's off to the races, and she'll round second base. And even more now at the plate. Bear has to be careful, as she has the count loaded here on Shawless. He's been a very smart batter in the box there. Knows the zone well. It's the 3-2 though. That one's inside for ball 4, as Bear loses the batter, Shawless, and she'll get put on base. So 2 runners on here in the second inning. And that's gonna get, let's see if that can carry over here to Katie Murrow, the Shanksville Viking, in the right side of the box. She'll show bunt, but the bunt's knock foul over down the third base line. So a 0-1 count will go against Murrow. Is trying to put that bunt down, possibly to advance the runners at first and second, up to second and third, and set the table for Sadie Strait of Berlin, but wasn't able to do so. But she'll show bunt again, but lay off for a ball that misses right there at the Sox for a 1-1 count. Katie Murrow of Shanksville has those Sox up high, so can tell there where the pitch is thrown. Gives us a good description to share with all of you on the broadcast, but unable to put that bunt down once more, as it's fouled off over and down the left side to make it a 1-2 count. Katie Murrow of Shanksville played all over there with the Vikings, as Bear delivers the 1-2. That one is smacked back foul to keep the count at a ball and 2 strikes. But Bear and Murrow have some quite fierce rivalries over the years, as the Vikings, of course, rivals with the Panthers, and these two are no strangers against each other. That one is popped up in the air, Wilt underneath of it, but that one's going to land foul, as it'll bounce over there close to where the other one was head, just behind us here over into the neighbor's yard. As the umpire pauses here, as they'll have to try to get a few more balls, as 2 back-to-back foul balls, and none of them came back. So down there in the dugout, they'll get a few balls ready, and we'll hand them off to Mackenzie Bear. She's thrown 13 pitches in this inning. She's trying to work out the jam here. She has runners at first and second base here with no outs, but she does have the pitcher's count here on Morrow with a 1-2 count. Let's see if she can get him. But she's unable to locate that one just up high on Morrow. So the count goes to 2-2. But very good attendance for the game here today, as bleachers are packed there to the right of us. Here's the 2-2 delivery. That one is hit up high and to the air. Landis underneath of it, and Landis will snag that one into the pocket. Canacorn catch for Landis is the initial out here in the top of the second inning. A crucial out here for Bear that sets up the inning double play if they're able to turn it here with 1 out. And the batter, Sadie Straight of Berlin, making her way into the box. Straight, though, will cut at that one for a first pitch swing and miss. Some of these players had a little bit of a break since the high school softball season, so trying to get back in the swing of things here. But Bear has her day going here. She's getting into a smooth routine here on the mound, and she has 2 quick strikes there on the batter straight, and she's a strike away from getting her here, and sure enough, she does, as she retires Sadie Straight for the second out of this inning. And just when you thought there might be trouble brewing here for Team Miller, Bear's able to knock some of the lights out here on the 6th and 7th batter in Team Miller's order, kind of shut things down, but she'll still need one more out to get it, as Erin Marsh of Wimber comes into the box to bat. She checks up on that one, but the umpire calls it a strike anyway. So she'll have to work here with 1 strike on her. She's batting 8th of 10th in this order. So that one low for a 1-1 count here on Marsh. She played basketball and volleyball there for the Wimber Ramblers. Over her career, she batted .218, had 4 RBIs, 5 extra base hits, 20 runs scored, and 7 walks. And she also had 19 hits as a Rambler, as she will snipe that one foul sharply against the backstop to keep it a 1-2 count here with 2 outs. And now Bears looking to get the final strike here in the top of the second inning. She'll toss that one in, but that one is faded just up in the air and will bounce foul and ricochet off of the walkway up into the bleachers. As Marsh doing a good job, though, keeping her at bat alive with a 1-2 count. 2 outs in the top of the second inning here in Salisbury, Pennsylvania. Runners on first and second, Tepton and Shawless, and they're going to be off to second and third, as that one was up high to make it a 2-2 count. As the wild pitch unable to be located there by Steinbeiser behind the plate, and it was out of the reach and forced the runners Shawless and Tipton up at Bagmore, and now they're both in scoring position, as Marsh will once again take a cut at that one, and she'll get the end of the barrel on it to make it a 2-2 count, remain a 2-2 count, I rather should say. She's doing a good job of working this pitch count of Bear, who sits at 39 so far in this one, 24 in this top of the second inning. She's trying to work her way out of it, but Marsh keeps denying that, as she'll poke it foul right off the catcher Steinbeiser once more. So with 2 balls and 2 strikes, Marsh will regain her stance, and we'll see if she can keep the at-bat alive. And I'm sure right now Marsh would love to get a base hit and drive in some runners, and she might have it, as that one's up in the air to Landis, but Landis is underneath of it. She calls for it, and she'll snag it for the 3rd out in the inning. Well, Team Miller will strand 2 runners in Shawless and Tipton, but Bear does a good job of working her way out of the inning, and due up for Team Steinbeiser will be Steinbeiser, Beeman, and Housley. 4, 5, 6 coming up in the bottom of the second inning. Bears able to work her way out of that second inning. It turned up huge for Team Steinbeiser as Team Miller was unable to put those 2 runners in as they strand 2. But we'll try to get out of this inning as quickly as possible and make up for it at the plate. But in order to do so, they'll have to face Mary Steinbeiser of Somerset,
50-50s are coming around, ladies and gentlemen.
who
50-50s.
come ready here to face Snob Snyder, who's able to only throw 12 pitches in that first inning. And the first one there to Steinbeiser is a little bit low. Good stop there by Tipton, who keeps it in front. As Tipton and Nob Snyder used to working together as both Red Raiders of Myersdale. As that one is knocked into fair territory, but all over is Sadie Strait of Berlin, who will one-hop that one into the glove and will put it out for the initial out here in the bottom of the second inning. So with 1 down here early in this second inning, Lindsey Beeman will come ready to bat. The Rockwood Rocket will come in dressed in the Rockwood's colors with that bright red helmet and the Rockwood Rocket shirt as she'll swing and cut at that one for a first pitch strike as Beeman playing the day in left field, batting 5th of 10 in this order, and she'll slam that one off the fence in the foul territory to move the count to 0-2. But as we talked about earlier, if you would like to come out tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday to support more events here at Salisbury, they'll have the Baseball Little League Tournament, always a big thing here in Salisbury. I know it's going to be continuing on this weekend. And the first game will be tomorrow at 8 p.m. And Saturday they'll be loaded full from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. There'll be games all throughout the day. And Sunday there'll be a game at 3:30 and possibly one following, depending on how things shape out. As the 1-2 pitch, a called strike 3. Nob Snyder gets that one in there. And she'll freeze the batter Beeman. And that's quickly the second out of this inning. As Nob Snyder continues to battle in the circle, and she's doing a good job at it thus far. And 2 quick outs on only 7 pitches as she'll face Housley now of Somerset, a called strike in there to make it a 0-1 count. But no matter the outcome tonight, both sides just enjoying every little bit of it here so far, as just trying to take everything in and enjoy their final game here as a high school player before moving on in their careers, no matter where it would be. But now a called strike once again catches that outside corner of the plate. Housley has let 2 of those go by, but she'll have to be careful here with a 1-2 count. Nob Snyder, meanwhile, on the other hand, will deliver the pitch and a swing and miss, strike 3. Nob Snyder quickly gets the work done on the mound. And that will bring us to the close of the second inning. Top of the third coming up here in Salisbury right after this. We remain scoreless here in Salisbury as Lake Azaraphos comes into the box and will quickly take a swing at that one for strike number 1. Zaraphos, the right fielder today out of Berlin here on Team Miller. Zaraphos averaged a .343 batting average over her years as a Mountaineer. And along with that, she had 29 RBIs, 7 extra base hits, 10 walks, 37 hits, 29 runs scored. She also led the Mountaineers in doubles this past season as that one is hit off of the net in foul territory for strike number 2. So 0-2 here on Zaraphos as Bear will get the ball and come ready here on the mound. Has those purple socks matching the purple outfits worn out there by Team Steinbeiser on the field, as that one is once again chopped foul down the line to keep the count at 0-2. Zaraphos will try to protect here. Here's the pitch from Mackenzie Bear, a swing and a miss. Bear is able to get the batter Zaraphos swinging. Another K for Bear, and a first out here in the 3rd inning. We'll bring up Lakin Lear from Myersdale, but Bears has continued to do a good job. You know, we've seen all throughout the night. Once she gets consistent with her pitches there, she does an excellent job of retiring the batter and finishing off the job, and the numbers support it for sure, and that's why she'll be going to Division II college next year in West Liberty and Morgantown, and she'll get 2 strikes now on the batter Zaraphos, and quickly she's been able to throw 7 consecutive strikes here in this inning as that one is popped foul and well over into the parking lot. Some vehicles over there. Gotta be careful where you park your car here in Salisbury, or you might just end up with a broken windshield or a dent depending on where you park. But as you can tell, there's no one parked down the 3rd base line, but that one was almost near us. The 0-2 pitch gets away from Bear as the count goes to 1-2. As Mackenzie Bear, 49 pitches so far in this one as she gets ready to throw pitch number 50. Lakin Lear, meanwhile, trying to do her job in the box here and protect, but she'll knock that one foul once more, and that one will crack off of the roof there over to the left of us, so she's hooking them that way on the left side. Now all she has to do is hook it a little bit more toward the right in fair territory, and she puts some power on the ball like she did on that last pitch. She'll be good to go, but Bear says, I'll put some power on this ball, and she'll snipe it in there for another called strike 3. 2 back-to-back Ks for Bear, and she now has 2 outs, so Bear really getting into the groove, and she's got that arm going here in this 3rd inning with another strikeout I apologize, here with 2 outs in Salisbury. As the first pitch was in there for a ball, but the next pitch swung on and missed to make it a 1-1 count. As the batter here is April Oaks of Berlin. And now the 1-1 pitch, just a bit outside on the outside of the plate. The fastball wasn't able to get in there. So with a 2-1 count, Oaks will try to protect, will have the hitters count here. As Oaks, also a volleyball player of Berlin, very strong program they have there at Berlin in their volleyball and basketball. And throughout her high school career, she batted .265, 14 RBIs, an extra base hit, 8 walks on 13 hits, and 17 runs. A swing and a miss will retire the batter Oaks, and 3 strikeouts from Bear. What a job she's been doing on the rubber, and she keeps it going, and she's helping out her team big, and we'll see what they can do at the plate. Score remains 0-0 here in Salisbury, PA. Here before the bottom of the third inning, we'd like to thank Thomas Drugstore once again. Make sure you check them out. They're located on Main Street in Myersdale. Also, Sheets is located conveniently in Myersdale, and Somerset Trust, your community bank. Thank you to Somerset Trust for sponsoring today's event and making this 6th annual Somerset County Senior Game all possible. And what an event it's been so far. We've had some pre-game activities go on, some fun skill competitions, and now we're at the main action. But a tight one it's been as the score remains at 0-0. Grace Gardner, though, the North Star Cougar, will try to help out her pitcher and Bear, who's been lights out in this one as she was able to retire the past 3 batters in that last inning. And Gardner will drill that one fair, and it's going to land right over the head of Murrow, and a leadoff single from Grace Gardner will put her on base and bring up the batter Paige Wilt to the plate. So a nice little poke there by Grace Gardner, as she was the standout player for North Star this past season. The batter coming to play, but Pitt Bradford stands on first base, and now she'll rely on Paige Wilt, the turkey foot Ram, coming to bat here. First pitch low, just below the caps of Wilt, to make it a 1-0 count. As many of you know, we covered a lot of the turkey foot baseball games, so obviously Wilt is a familiar face to me, as Paige and Wilt joined by Emma Miller here today, as they both played softball for the Turkey Foot Rams, and they're playing here today, as the count will even out 1 apiece on the foul ball knocked by Wilt. Here's the delivery from Knobsnyder. That's a called strike on the inside corner of the plate to make it a 1-2 count. As a little bit of laughing there going on between Wilt and the umpire and the catcher and Tipton, as the 1-2 pitch now delivered. That one is smoked back over our heads foul. And that one will land in the trees and keep the count at 1-2 strike, as Paige Wilt battling here. She has Gardner on first base. On deck will be Emma Miller, and the hole is Kylie Ashbrook, before returning to the top of the order for Team Steinbeiser. As the next pitch swung on and missed. The off-speed pitch catches. Wilt caught up, and that's an out number 1. What a pitch from Knobsnyder as she retires the batter. Wilt picks up the K in the process, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the third inning, with the batter Emma Miller coming to bat. So we see it again here, as we talked about. We're getting to see that consistency here in Team Steinbeiser order. We had the both Shea representatives bat first and second. A nice snag there in the process, though, by Tipton, who's able to prevent that one from going behind her and possibly moving up the runner Gardner. We saw Landis and Steinbeiser, both Somerset representatives, be batting third and fourth, and now we get to see the 2 turkey foot batters batting back to back here at the 8 and 9 spot. Cut on a miss by Miller as the count goes to 1-1. Gardner remains on first base. Miller loads up. The delivery by Knobsnyder is poked over to Knobsnyder. That one's thrown to second. They'll get 1, and the lead runner Gardner on the force-out play. So that one's going to be put in the books as a 1-6 for out number 2. And with 2 gone, Kylie Ashbrook, the last batter to bat here in Team Steinbeiser's order,
Now up with 2 outs.
will come up to bat
From Wimber.
here with 2 down. So with 2 outs, Kylie Ashbrook will come ready in the box. Of course, Ashbrook is from the up at Wimber, playing for the Ramblers. One thing you think about here is maybe haven't got to see much of Tara Knobsnyder as some of these other players and female athletes have seen, with Wimber being in the West Pack North and Myersdale being in the West Pack South. So might see how Ashbrook will make an adjustment there here throughout the at-bat and even throughout the game facing Knobsnyder. But she'll have to adjust quickly here with 2 strikes on her. Knobsnyder looking for the third out of this bottom of the third inning to close out 3 innings. And sure enough, she gets it in there for a swing and a miss. That's out number 3. What a job by Knobsnyder. It's been a pitcher's duel so far. Bear and Knobsnyder continue the work, and the score remains 0-0. Mackenzie Bear stays out on the mound for Team Steinbeiser here in the 4th inning as we go. And she's been dominant so far in her appearance in this one. As coming up to bat will be the top of the order, though. It'll be number 12 at the top of the order for Team Miller. As the last batter in the order coming to bat here, this is bunted foul just down. A nice little bunt there from the leadoff batter here for Team Miller. She's just unable to put it down. As that one just to the left of the batter's box for strike number 1 here on the batter Gundon. Next pitch delivered, swing and a miss, strike number 2. And now quickly 2 strikes here on the Berlin Mountaineer, and she'll have to protect the plate as Bear's looking to continue her success on the mound and is looking to grab her 6th strikeout of the night. And sure enough, she does. A swing and a miss, and that's a punch out number 6 for Bear as she continues to do her job on the mound. And what an effort she has had tonight. And with 1 out, we'll wrap up back to the top, and Sarah Favreau, who will come ready in the box. Favreau knocks that one back against the backstop. She liked that pitch, the fastball from Bear, right on the inside corner of the plate, but unable to put that one where she wanted, I should say, as she just gets a piece of it, but she'll look to battle back here on pitch number 2 of the at-bat as Fairview went down earlier in the 1st inning, and game has moved by so quick. That's been our only appearance so far in the game at the plate. She's going 0 for 1 today, but we'll try to make that 1 for 2 as the 1-1 delivery upstairs for a ball makes it 2-1 here on Sarah Favreau. Mackenzie Bear, meanwhile, is at 61 pitches through 3 1/3 inning. And just to break it down for you, Bear has been excellent on the mound. 6 punch-outs so far as that one is smacked off of the door. Hello of the municipal building. As the batter Fairview knocking on the door there as she cracks that one off of the building right to the left of us. And with 2 balls and 2 strikes, she'll stand in the box here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one is flared deep in the right field. Underneath of it, though, is Miller, and she is there to catch that one and pick up the out there in right field. So I apologize, that actually is not Miller. Maybe some changes occurred there in between innings that I was unable to catch. As I look over the field now, I apologize. It appears that Paige Wilt has swapped positions out there in left field with Beeman. As the next pitch is up in the air to the shortstop Rapsky. She'll call for it, and she'll catch that one for quickly. Out number 2. So 2 outs.
3 outs.
3 outs I was caught off guard there, trying to make some changes there on my end, but 3 outs, so 2 fly balls ends the inning, and another strikeout for Bear keeps her night alive, and so we'll head to the home half of the 4th inning. Goose eggs remain on the scoreboard for both sides. Thanks to the strong pitching performances we have seen here tonight, the score remains 0-0 as Knob Snyder and Bear has been going head to head at each other. We knew it was going to be a good battle, but they've proved that they still got the stuff. As that one up high, Rapsky will cut and miss at that one for an opening pitch strike, as Knob Snyder so far has thrown 35 pitches there from the circle. As she'll load the cannon here with a 0-1 count. Here's the snap throw. That one up in the air, but that one's going to stay foul as it smacks off of the roof over there above the spectators sitting down the first base line. But now Rapsky has to be careful here with no balls and 2 strikes. Knob Snyder ready to deliver pitch number 37. But that one is struck foul once more, and that one will land right there on the road. Luckily, a green card coming in, maybe to watch the game, almost got a little bit of some action, not even on the playing field, but driving their car right beside it. Luckily, was able to miss their vehicle, and probably for the better, as Rapsky stands in the box here with no balls and 2 strikes. As appears now that a little bit of confusion on that one. The first base umpire there down the line was quick to say that Rapsky swung on and missed at that one. I couldn't tell if she fouled that one off or if it got the catcher's glove and tipped in on the swing and miss, but Rapsky is called out on the swing and miss there, so she'll go down, and that will be credited as another strikeout for Knob Snyder, as she picks up strikeout number 7 here in this one. That's also one more than the pitcher, for Team Steinbeiser and Bear, as that next pitch is outside to make the count even at 1-1. So Bear trying to help out her own cause here in the box, as we might be seeing here that one of the 2 best players that have played here tonight, and Bear and Knob Snyder both have put on their talents for show. And what fun it's been, as Bear trying to break the scoreless score here, as she works here with a pitch. That one, though, is broken in the center field. That's going to land right in front of the center fielder and drop down for a single from Bear, who gets her first hit of the night, and she'll be on first base here. And that is huge for Team Steinbeiser, as if you want to get runs on the scoreboard, you're going to have to get runners on base. And right now, they have their pitcher Bear on first base, and we'll see what Kylie Landis can do here at the plate. This Somerset Golden Eagle comes ready to bat here in the box. Landis so far today's on 0 for 1. Knob Snyder digs around there in her mitt, trying to get the right pitch before delivering it here. That one swung on and missed. The first pitch strike catches Landis swinging. As Landis and this one has been playing second base throughout the game. As Knob Snyder comes set. Here's the next pitch. Another called strike on the outside corner. Makes the count 0-2. So 2 strong pitches there by Knob Snyder. Has the count back at 2 strikes, right where she wants the batter Landis. And she'll try to get her here with 2 strikes. Here's the delivery, the pitch. That one swung on a miss. Strike out. Another one for Knob Snyder. Makes it the 8th strikeout of the game. And Knob Snyder so far has just done a terrific job on that mound. As she has been able to gather a total of 8 out of the 11 outs in this one. What an impressive number that is. And all of those have come on strikeouts. So Knob Snyder continues to produce here from the circle. We'll see what she can do here with Steinbeiser as the initial pitch in there for a called strike to make it a 0-1 count here on Steinbeiser. As the Somerset Golden Eagle has that orange and black on her helmet. Somerset colors as Knob Snyder fakes the throw back over the first base. A little bit of a chuckle there from Knob Snyder and Bear as 0-2 pitch coming. That one a called strike 3 on the outside corner. And what do you say? Tara Knob Snyder is having a day as she picks up another strikeout from the circle. And she keeps this game even at 0. A tight one it's been. Don't go away as we will head to the top of the 5th here in Salisbury, PA.
Stepping into the box for Team Miller.
Coming up for Team Miller, Sarah Smith. The score remains knotted at 0. As Bear back out there on the mound for inning number 5 of her day. As Bear and Knob Snyder has been going at it head to head. As that one up in the air and just foul off of the road behind us. It runs right down here by the baseball field. Baseball and softball field, I guess you could say. Is this one kind of used for both, but why wouldn't you when you have such a nice field that you do here in Salisbury? As the 0-1 once again chopped on and fouled for strike number 2. As Bear so far has only allowed 1 walk on her day. She's only let 2 runners on base over 65 pitches in 4 innings. So that just gives you a look at how solid Bear has been. And that one is down the line. That one's going to go foul out of the reach there by the right fielder there for Team Steinbeiser as it just makes its way foul. Has a good job there by the right fielder for Team Steinbeiser. Hustled over to there to try to snag that ball, but wasn't able to grab it before it landed. A long run for her, but nothing hurt with 2 strikes as she'll rely on Bear to try to get her here. But meanwhile, Smith will jam that one into center field, but right there underneath of it's Gardner who's there to make the catch and pick up the first out. So to help out Bear when her defense need her, they have done an excellent job on the field. And it's almost been identical if you look over at Team Miller. It's been kind of the same way. Knob Snyder has been had almost identical night as Bear on the mound as she currently sits so far at 9 strikeouts. That one is headed into left field. Miller underneath of it, but that one's going to drop in front of the fence. Rounding second base is Tipton, and she's going to hold up there as Tipton with a double over the head of Wilt. I apologize as I mistake Wilt there for Miller, both Turkey Foot teammates, but Wilt was calling for that one, couldn't track it down as that one was well hit by Tipton. What a blast. I thought it might have had a chance of going over. Wasn't able to get that far, but it bounced right in front of the fence, so Tipton will be on board. It appears that we'll have a courtesy runner come out there for Team Miller, but just like that, they have a runner in scoring position, and that run could be huge. All it takes is 1 to win so far in this one, as his scores still at 0-0. First pitch to Shawless upstairs for a ball, as Chloe Shawless will try to be the hero in this one so far, and in order to do that, she needs to find a way to get on base or do something here to help out her Team Miller team. Has a cold strike there on the outside corner. Bear trying to work out of it. It's not like she hasn't been in situations like this before. And she's a master of getting her way out of jams. And she's able to get a cold strike. Back-to-back cold strikes on the outside of the plate. Has a 1-2 count here on Shawless. And let's see what Bear can do as she gets set to deliver pitch number 72. The kick, the throw, that one up in the air. That one's going to be back over to Wilt. But Wilt's going to be there to make the play. What a catch in left field. Paige Wilt calls, and she'll get underneath that one. And a nice grab for out number 2. And a big play that was by Team Steinbeiser as they keep the game at 0. And now Katie Murrow is going to have to try to work here with 2 outs. And this top of the 5th inning, but she's going to crack that one. That one's going to land foul right in front of the batting cage down there on the right side for a leadoff foul ball. As Murrow so far on this one is going 0 for 1 in her only paid appearance. She's been playing second base today for Team Miller, as she'll knock that one over to Beeman, who's quick to snag that one, but that one's going to stay foul for strike number 2. So now 2 strikes here on Morrow, and Bear, after giving up that 1-out double to Tipton, she's now looking for out number 3, but she'll throw a chase pitch there to Murrow, who leans off of it there on pitch number 75. But if Bear can get this out, she'll be able to get out of this inning, as that one is smack foul right over there in front of Team Steinbeiser's dugout down the first base line. Something a little bit different here about Salisbury is the dugouts. Both are lined up right beside each other down that first base line, so don't have anything normally on that third base side, so lots of room over there to catch some foul balls. That one's dropped just foul over our heads. It looked like it might be coming right at us, but thankfully they added a few more feet onto that fence when they were constructing it, would help save us here in the broadcast booth. So with 1 ball and 2 strikes, the batter Morrow comes ready. Here's the 1-2 delivered from Bear. That misses for ball number 2, and up to third is the runner for Team Miller, and she'll get a round of applause there from the dugout. They like what they see there as she moves all the way over to third on the wild pitch, and she's just down the line from home plate. Let's see what happens here. That one is up in the center field. Underneath of is Gardner, and that will do it. Gardner there to make the catch, and that will end the top of the 5th inning as the score remains at 0. As Team Miller keeps nibbling on the bit, but they're not able to get the runner home, so they'll strand one due up for Team Steinbeiser as Beeman, Housley, Gardner, 5, 6, 7. Stay with us here in Salisbury. Lindsey Beeman will come to the plate here as the score remains at 0. As in that last inning, Team Miller came also close to putting up the first run on the board, but were unable to do as Bear was able to work out the inning, and thanks to some good defense behind her, they were able to get out of the jam. And now they'll come to the plate here with the first pitch to Beeman, low and inside for a first pitch ball. We thank each and every one of you that are tuning in to the broadcast here tonight. As you don't want to miss this one, as the score remains still at 0, as that ball is smack foul will land right there into the fence, and that one won't come out. As what's the chances of that happening? The seam's right back so everyone can see. It almost looks like maybe someone put that there for show, but meanwhile it's more the works of Beeman's bat that was able to put that one there, as the 1-1 deliverer swung on and swing and miss cut by Beeman to make it a 1-2 count here with no outs. So a ball and 2 strikes here on here on Lindsey Beeman. I apologize, as Taryn Knobsnyder comes ready to deliver pitch number 52 as she winds. Here's the throw. That one gets away though on the off-speed pitch for ball number 2 to make it a 2-2 count here on Beeman. Beeman 0 for 1, batting 5 of 10 in this order. Housley awaits on deck. Then Gardner is standing in the hole here for Team Steinbeiser. As Knobsnyder gets a little bit of pep in her step before delivering that one, and it's enough to get by the batter Beeman for another K for Knobs. The umpire thought about there for a minute, trying to knock that ball out of the fencing, but realized that might be a little bit too far out of his range with the bat, so he'll let that one stay up there. But
Housley from Somerset.
with one gone, Paige Housley will come to the box, and she's going to have to try to find a way to break the code here on Tara Knobsnyder, who has just been dominant here from the mound. It's been a real battle between her and Bear, and when the ball is hit in play, both sides, their defense has been strong, and they've done an excellent job of shutting down anything that comes out into the field. And next pitch in there for a swing and a miss. That's a 0-2 count now here on Housley, as she's going to try the battle here with a 0-2 count. Knobsnyder looking here to get another K, and sure enough, she'll get another strikeout, and that is strikeout number 11 from Knobsnyder on the mound. My goodness, talk about a night. Give it to Tara Knobsnyder, who continues to produce on the mound, and she picks up another strikeout.
North Star.
And with 2 outs, Grace Gardner, the seventh batter in Team Steinbeiser's order will come to bat here. And she has one of the lone hits on the day for Team Steinbeiser. She's 1 for 1 at the plate and had some action out there in center field in that last inning. But both balls that came there, she was able to do a good job of keeping them in front and snagging them right in the mid. And helping out her team as Snyder sets. Here's the throw. That one up in the air, just foul. So with a strike on her, Gardner will poke that one foul and make it 2 strikes, no balls. And Snyder is looking for strikeout number 12, and we'll see what she can do here on the mound. All she needs is one more out to send us to the bottom of the 5th inning. Top of the 6th inning, I apologize, as she delivers that one. But it's low and inside. So the count will go to 1-2 as Grace Gardner earned a letter in all 4 of her years with North Star. And she played travel ball with Laurel Highlands Trail and Lee Canes over the summer of 2020 to make her the softball player she is today. But a cold strike on the outside corner make it a dozen Ks for Tara Knobsnyder. What a day, and she continues to keep her excellence alive on the mound. And let's see what Team Miller can do at the plate as we'll go to the top of the 6th inning here in beautiful Salisbury, PA. Two more innings to go here in Salisbury. And all it needs right now is one run to get on top. And let's see what happens here in the top of the 6th inning as Sadie Strait, the Berlin native, comes to the plate here. First pitch cut on and missed to lead off the 6th inning as a great crowd. And we thank everyone that came out to support all of these talented high school athletes here tonight. A packed house it's been, and everyone coming out to see what all these talented girls have to put on showcases. That one is ripped into left field. That's going to be over the head of Wilt, and that one's going to get down in front of the fence. Rounding second base is Strait, and Sarah Strait is alive and has Team Miller fired up. Here she gets a leadoff double. And maybe that's what Team Miller needed, as runner on second base in scoring position. And this is the perfect opportunity to break the tie here for Team Miller if they want to get on the board. So Aaron Marsh of Wimber will rip that one, but just foul. It looked pretty as it went past Beeman, but the hooker kept on going to the right. And it landed just on the right side of the chalk line. So, unfortunately, looked like it might be a huge hit for Strait, but Marsh, but instead it's just a strike. She'll knock that one foul, but look at that, the hero. Marsh is able to knock that ball that was stuck in the fencing right out, so Marsh gets rewarded with 2 balls there. She's able to put a little bit of magic on the bat there and knock that one back foul, but now she has 2 strikes on her. As the 0-2 pitch over to second base. That one's going to be tossed over to first base and Beeman. Oh no, that throw from Beeman is over the head of the third baseman Housley, and scoring is Sadie Straight, and that will do it. That breaks the tie as Team Miller, the first one to strike on the board, and the 0-0 ball game is no more as Team Miller now up 1-0 on Team Steinbeiser. So Marsh is able to put the ball in play and do her job. And in the process, that caused Team Miller to be able to put the first run on the scoreboard. Beeman got that one, tried to maybe get the play at third as Straight was taking off for third base. She had to wait to see what the second baseman Landis did, and once she read the play, she went off, but a little bit of a late jump. Beeman thought she might be able to get her, but unfortunately the throw was just not high on Housley. So scoring was Straight, and now we have ourselves a 1-0 ball game.
This is Leka Zarafoss from Berlin in the box.
So with 1 out, Leka Zarafoss in the box here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the delivery. That one over the second baseman, and Landis, she'll knock it down, and we'll get it over to first base in time for out number 2. Good job by Landis to stay down on that ball as the floater dropped right down in front of her. But Landis was all over it.
From Myersdale.
And she's able to put it over the first base to Beeman for a 4-3 put out here in the 6th inning. So Lakin Lear will come back into the box here. The Myersdale Red Raider gets ready to face Bear here with a ball on her. As that pitch low in the dirt for ball number 2. As Bear's count getting up there as she's currently at 90 on that pitch. So Bear trying to finish out possibly this inning. As in, we'll be playing 7 innings here tonight. That scared the wickets out of some of the coaches and players down there on the dugouts. That was smack foul hard off at the end of the battle layer. But luckily it was able to catch that netting before it did any more harm. So with 2 balls and 1 strike, Bear comes back onto the rubber. Here's the pitch from the circle. That one over to third base is going to be a tough play for Housley, but she's quick to get on it, and Beeman is there to make the stretch and snag it in her glove for out number 3. But Team Miller will snap the tie as they head into the bottom of the 6th, leading for the first time here tonight as they're on top 1-0 over Team Steinbeiser. A new pitcher into the game for Team Miller as Katie Murrow comes in to pitch in relief for Tara Knobsnyder as Paige Miller comes to bat. The first pitch to her, and there for a called strike. As what an impressive night it was there by Tara Knobsnyder as she was able to fan a dozen batters in her appearance. And she was able to do that over 5 innings of pitching. And right now, she can leave the game with a win as her team was able to help her with put up 1 on the board. Meanwhile, at the plate, that one is in there for a called strike 3, I do believe. So 1 out on Paige
Now batting,
Miller.
Emma Miller from
Excuse me,
Turkeyfoot.
Paige Wilt. Heard Emma Miller there and got confused as Paige Wilt goes down on strike. So if strikeout here early for Murrow, and that's the first out of the game with another Turkeyfoot Ram coming to back with Emma Miller, who gets a called strike on the first pitch she sees. So 1 strike here on Miller. She'll cut it that one. First strike number 2. Miller has gone 0 for 2 today, and Murrow comes into the game here for Team Miller, and she's doing her work quick as that one is drilled over into right field. What a hit that was by Emma Miller, and she knocks that one right past the second baseman, and she'll be on base here for Team Steinbeiser with 1 down, and a big hit that was from Miller. And let's see what
Entering the box, Kylie Ashbrook from Winter.
Kylie Ashbrook can do, the Wimber native, as she enters the box here with Miller on first base. First pitch there to the batter Ashbrook. That one is low for a first pitch ball as Ashbrook 0 for 1 today. This is only her second appearance in the box. She'll swing at that one to knock things up at 1 apiece. So with 1 out, a 1-0 score. Here is the 1-1 pitch in there for a swing and a miss. That's strike number 2. And now with a 1-2 count with 1 down, Murrow looks to get the big strike 3 pitch here. Let's see what she can do. She's unable to get that one in as it's outside of the plate. So the count will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes here with 1 out. As Ashbrook awaits the pitch from Murrow. That one, almost that same exact pitch as that last one. Unable to get the call as it missed right on the outside of the plate. So a full count now on Ashbrook. A big hit pitch here from Murrow as she delivers the 3-2. A called strike 3 right at the letters of the batter Ashbrook. And that's a big strikeout for Murrow, who picks up her second K in relief. And now with 2 down, Murrow is looking to end the inning. But in order to do so, Murrow will have to face the top of the order with Taylor Rapsky coming to bat. As the first pitch to Rapsky, called strike on the outside corner of the plate. As we talked about early, Rapsky has faced Murrow many times through the Shanksville-Shade rivalry that's going on in the past few years there between Shade and Shanksville. As the pitch upstairs for a ball here on Rapsky. The shortstop today stands in the box, stands up to the front of that box. And she'll knock that one, and that's going to be a ripper down the line. That one's going to loft in the left field. Rounding second base is Miller, and Miller's going to stand at third, so Rapsky's going to get a double thanks to the ball laced in the left field, and that's a crucial hit here for Team Steinbeiser. Now has the game leading run at second base for no other than Mackenzie Bear, who will look to help out her night. And then no better time to do so as we'll see if Bear, I'm not sure if she's going to stay in the game as pitcher next inning, but if she's able to knock in
Coming into the box,
both of these
Bear.
runners, she'll be leaving the game if she does leave next inning with a possibly the win. That's the first pitch there. Fastball in there for a called strike. So we'll see what the Shade Native can do here in Bear, as she'll let that one go there for another called strike. So now 2 strikes on her, as Bear will have to protect here, as Mura has her right where she wants her with 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on up the first base line. Right there to fill it is Straight. And Straight's there to retire the batter Bear. And Team Miller gets out of the jam as they are able to get the 3rd out of the inning. So Team Steinbeiser leads 3 on base. And now coming up for Team Miller will be Oaks, Gunden, and Fairville here in Salisbury. Nothing changes here for Team Steinbeiser. Bears back out there on the mound once again. Here in the final inning of play as they're down by 1 run. So they'll get to bat here in the bottom of the 7th as they are the home team. And we'll see what happens as April Oaks comes to bat. A called strike there on the inside of the plate. And with no balls and 1 strike, Oaks comes to bat. Bear comes set. Here's the snap and delivery. That one flared back foul for a strike. And with 2 strikes here on Oaks, she'll have to protect the plate. As Bear continues to work strong from the rubber. As she comes set, here's the snap throw. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 right in there for another punch out from Bear. And she picks up another strikeout on the day. And that there is strikeout number 7 for Bear, as Adriana Ginden comes ready to bat for Berlin. But she'll have to work with 1 out, as Bear looking to go for a complete game here on the mound, as she delivers that one into the batter Gunden. But that one is fouled back, out just a tad bit out of the reach of Housley, who's over there on that one, just down the line, but she was unable to grab it just out of the reach there, over toward the fence as the 0-1 pitch over. That's over to Housley. She's able to pocket that one in the glove over the first base. What a play by Paige Housley, the Somerset Golden Eagle, as she's able to put the glove on that one and get it over to Beeman just in time to repair the batter Gunden for out number 2. So with 2 quick outs here, thanks to the strikeout of Bear and the sound defense of Housley, we'll go to the top of the order. But that one is poked off of the pitcher's glove as Bear, and that one's going to be counted as an E on Mackenzie Bear, as it was smoke right back to her. He tried to put the glove on it, but just deflected it right off the glove. So Sarah Favu will be on base for Team Miller. And Tara Knobsnyder will come up to bat, who pitched a full 5 innings there for her team. An impressive night she had. She'll swing at that one for a first pitch strike. As Bear readies, here's the throw. That one up high for a ball. As Steinbeiser keeping her looks over there at the Carmel Township runner in Favreau. As Bear comes set here just almost at 100 pitches on the night, trying to get out of the inning, but that one is drilled into center field. That one's back! That one's back, and it's out of here! Tara Knobsnyder, what a night for the Myersville Red Raider, as she goes 5 innings on the mound and helps out her own cause at the plate with a 2-run shot to deep center field, and now it's a 3-0 game in favor of Team Miller. My goodness, talk about Tara Knobsnyder, the MVP this year of the Somerset County Westpac, and she proves that her talent's here tonight. What a day for her as she works on the mound, 5 innings, recording a dozen strikeouts, and she goes yard there on that one, right over the head of the center field Gardner as it goes into the bleachers. And now it's a 3-0 ball game, and Team Miller is opening up this one and making the job a lot more difficult for Team Steinbeiser in the bottom of the 7th inning when they come to bat. But they're not done yet as Sarah Smith comes up to bat. And the first one there cut on and missed by Smith. Smith today 0 for 2, looking to get her first hit of the night. The lights are on, and it's dusk here in Salisbury. But talk about what a game we've had here tonight, as that one is ripped into deep right field. That one's going to get over the head of Ama Miller, as that one's going to drop down for a double. But now rounding third, coming to third base, is Smith, and Smith put on the wheels, and she never stopped running from first to second to third. And talk about the bats and coming here from Miller. They've been red hot here in this top of the 7th inning. And Smith keeps that going as she gets a triple to add to the mix. And now Team Miller is looking for their 4th run of the night, and they got Smith on third base to put him home. So time is called now as the batter Alex Tipton steps out to tie her shoe just down below us. But what a hit that was by Smith as Tipton gets those shoelaces tied tight, and we'll see. We'll see what can happen here with Tipton at the plate. All Bear needs is one more out to finish the game for her night, as long as that one outside for a ball. I should say all Bear needs is one more out to get out of this inning. Now hopefully for Team Steinbeiser, they're looking to get a few more runs in the home inning, as they'll need at least 3 to tie it, as that one's going to get outside and by the catcher Steinbeiser. But meanwhile, on the flip side, Team Miller is looking to make the job even more difficult and drive in the runner Smith to third base. As Bear comes ready, here's the 2-0 pitch. That one driven over the shortstop Rapsky. What a job to get the glove and flash the leather on that one. And that's out number 3. Well, thanks to the 2-run shot by Knobsnyder, and will put Team Miller up by 3 runs as we head to the final bottom of the 7th inning here in Salisbury, PA. back here at the 6th annual Somerset County Senior Softball game in Salisbury, PA. We're down to the final 3 outs. Coming up to bat for Team Steinbeiser is Landis, Steinbeiser, and Beeman. They meet at the order 3-4-5, and they're looking to put up 3 runs to keep this game going. As Landis takes a first pitch cut, as she's ahead of that one for strike number 1. Katie Morrow looking to get the job done and combine for complete the game between her and Knob Snyder, and she is able to get some help there for out number 1 as the shortstop Fairview of Conwell Township there to ground that one up and toss it across the diamond to straight at first base for out number 1 here in this bottom of the 7th inning. So now Team Steinbeiser is down to 2 more outs, and Mary Steinbeiser, the Somerset Golden Eagle, will come ready to bat here in the box as the kick and throw from Laura. A cold strike in there as Morrow. The pitcher of Shankville, the Viking, looking to get 2 more outs as she comes set to deliver pitch number 22. As that one up in the air, that one's going to be running from second base. They're going to pick it up and throw it to first. They got him in time. What a job by Lear, who was able to pick that up, I do believe, and toss that over to straight at first base. And that's out number 2 as they're just able to get the throw over there in time. And 2 outs now. And just like that, Team Steinbeiser is down to their last out. And that will fall in the hands of Lindsay Beeman to keep this game alive. The Rockwood Rocket looks in, and the first pitch is fouled back against the backstop for strike number 1. We appreciate and thank each and every one of you that have tuned into tonight's broadcast. Please don't forget to share the news, like, subscribe, and comment what you like most about this year's 6th annual Somerset County Senior Softball game. I'd like to thank STC Somerset Trust Company one last time for all their support, as they've been a huge sponsor in making this 6th annual softball game possible here in Salisbury. As pitch 3 of the at-bat to Beeman outside of the zone for a ball to make it a 2-1 count. As Beeman trying to battle as much as she can here in the box with a 2-1 pitch on the way. But that one is smoked in the right field. That one's going to get down, and that one's going to be a single for Beeman. It looked like maybe some extra base hits, but Zarafos, I apologize, was right there to snag that one, I do believe, in right field. And that ended up helping hand out big as Beeman's limited to a single. But that for Team Steinbeiser is enough to keep this game alive in the hopes of coming back going, with Paige Housley coming to the bat here in this bottom of the 7th inning. 1 more out to go as that one is swung on, cut and miss. As Morrow looking to get 1 more strike here. As the next pitch is hit over to third base. Right there to field it Smith. Smith comes up with it, and he got him at third base. What a play across the diamond, and that will end things here. What a throw to complete the game as T. Miller shuts it out and wins this one 3-0. What a game it was, and everyone today put on their talent, and we got to see what a game between both of these sides. Dominant pitching performance from Knob Snyder and Bear. Bear won a complete game throwing 7 innings. Knob Snyder went 5. And Morrow did her job coming in relief and picking up the final 2 innings and ending this one. As we'll be taking a look here at the box score in 1 minute. But Team Miller will grab the win. It was a close game heading all the way into that final few innings, and for Team Miller, they were able to break the tie. And once they did that, they never turned back as they were able to knock off Team Steinbeiser by a score 3-0. As we take a look here at the stats, look at the box score. Team Miller was able to put up 3 runs in the 6th and 7th inning on 4 hits. Meanwhile, for Team Steinbeiser, they had 5 hits on 3 errors. And then for Team Miller at the plate, Rapsky went 1 for 3 with 2 Ks. Bear went 1 for 3 at the plate. Somerset native Landis went 0 for 3. Steinbeiser and also a Somerset Golden Eagle went 0 for 3. Beeman, the Rockwood Rocket, went 1 for 3. Housley, the Somerset Golden Eagle, 0 for 3. The North Star Cougar Gardner went 1 for 2. Then Page Wilt 0 for 2 at the plate. Emma Miller 1 for 2, the Turkey Foot Ram. And then Ashbrook went 0 for 2, the Wimber Rambler. On the mound, talk about the night. Let's hear it from Mackenzie Bear, who threw 7 innings, allowing only 4 hits, 3 runs, one of those being earned on 1 walk and 7 Ks. So an impressive night there by Bear. On the flip side of things, Tara Knobsnyder, though, just competed through the whole game, throwing 5 innings, and what a dominant performance she was. She was able to put 12 strikeouts up on the board. What a number that is by Knobsnyder, and she only allowed 2 hits in the process, which completely shut down Team Steinbeiser's offense. Murrow, meanwhile, in relief, threw 2 innings and got the job done. For Team Miller, she was able to allow 3 hits, but was able to get 2 strikeouts in the process. On the plate today for Team Miller, Fairview went 0 for 3 at the plate, and then Knobsnyder was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a home run. Sarah Smith went 1 for 3, the Berlin Mountaineer. Then Tipton out of Myersdale went 1 for 3. Then Charlotte Como Township, she did the center field job today. She went 0 for 1 with a walk. Then Moore went 0 for 2 at the plate straight. The Berlin Mountaineer 1 for 2 with a run scored and a K. Then Marsh, the Wimber Rambler, 0 for 2 at the plate. Zarafoss, the Berlin Mountaineer as well, went 0 for 2. Lear, the Myersdale Red Raider, 0 for 2 at the plate. Oaks, another Berlin Mountaineer, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. And Gunden, the Mountaineer, 0 for 2 as well inside of the box. Well, what a night it was. We hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did here in Salisbury. And we thank each and every one of you for tuning into the broadcast here tonight. As down below us, they're getting the final team pictures here by both sides. We congratulate all of these talented softball seniors on their careers in high school, and we wish them nothing but the best in their future endeavors wherever they go with their careers outside of tonight. So we thank each and one of you. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Please pass the word along, and with your help, we can continue to grow this channel and make future events like this possible. We'll be on the air again here soon, so stay with us for all the future events we have planned. But as for now, this will do it here from Salisbury, PA. A victory for Team Miller as they beat Team Steinbeiser 3-0 to end the night here in Salisbury. Thank you, everyone, and please have a safe and blessed rest of your night.